Good morning. I'm Troy Coverdale with your local headlines. Those looking to get rid of old furniture or possibly find a new element for their homes without spending a dime get the chance to do so today. Furniture Amnesty Day is taking place at City Park. Plans examiner Justin Beefort stating that there are certain items, however, that are not being accepted.
Do not accept appliances like dishwashers, pianos, grills, mattresses, televisions, lamps, computers. So electronics, it's kind of a no-go, but the actual pieces of furniture is what we'll pick up.
Shoppers must be able to haul away their furniture selections as delivery services will not be available. Any furniture still available after the event at 4 will be allowed and open to anyone to pick up without registration through about 4:30. City staff members and volunteers then will take those materials away. A Manhattan teen is behind bars following a Wednesday morning arrest. 18-year-old Lainey Marie Perez was taken into custody at the Hilton Garden Inn around 9 that morning and charged with aggravated assault and aggravated robbery, with both including the use of a deadly weapon. The apprehension stems from an incident that occurred in April this year where a female was shot in the abdomen. Perez's bond on these charges was set at $25,000. She was still confined at the Riley County Jail as of Thursday. County commissioners Thursday approved a special use authorization to allow for the construction, operation, and maintenance of a new 300,000-gallon water tower for rural Riley County. The tower will go up on a half-acre plot of land west of the intersection of Tuttle Creek Boulevard and Thomas Ward Road. Bob Isaac with the Planning and Development Department of the county told commissioners that Rural Water District Number 1 currently has 2 towers, one at Tuttle Creek Shooting Park on Tuttle Creek Boulevard, the other along Wildcat Creek Road west of Saddle Rock Road.
According to officials of the district, capacity has been dwindling over the past decade. It's well below what is recommended by the Kansas Department of Health and Environment.
Isaac said the district needed a site for the new tower where it could use existing water lines. After some discussion with the county engineer, county commissioners agreed to grant an easement and will enter into a long-term agreement with the Rural Water District, which has not set a timeline for the tower's construction to date. New federal court rulings are narrowing the Biden administration's enforcement of a rule intended to protect LGBTQ students from discrimination, while allowing critics to limit it even further school by school. The rule is scheduled to take effect August 1st. A federal judge in Missouri yesterday blocked enforcement in 6 states. The decision applies in Arkansas, Iowa, Missouri, Nebraska, North Dakota, and South Dakota. A judge in Kansas previously blocked enforcement in individual schools and colleges across the U.S., where members of groups opposing the rule have students. He's also now allowing one group to continue to add schools as it recruits new members. The Biden administration has asked federal appeals courts in Cincinnati, Denver, and New Orleans to overturn the judicial orders. On Monday, it asked the Supreme Court to narrow orders applying in 10 states. All told, 21 states are impacted by these court rulings. The Biden administration wants to enforce a provision declaring that bias against transgender students violates Title IX. More on the morning's headlines available to you at any time at newsradiokman.com and themercury.com.
According to John Rothstein of CBS Sports, the Big 12 and SEC will have all 16 teams in each conference participating in their respective conference tournaments in basketball starting in 2025. The most likely format for the Big 12 will have 5 rounds like last season, plus 4 games in each of the first 3 rounds. A double bye for the top 4 seeds, a single bye for seeds 5 through 8, and then the bottom 8 teams would play each other in the first round. Rothstein also noted that the ACC and Big 10 will not operate the same way. In both conferences, only 15 of the 18 teams will be eligible to compete in each conference tournament. Manhattan High softball coach Connie Miller has decided to retire. That's according to a report by the Manhattan Mercury. Following 2 decades in law enforcement, Miller started coaching as an assistant for head coach Monty Enright through the 2017 season, then became the head coach in 2018. Under Miller, the Indians reached the state tournament in 2023, as that year she was named the Centennial League Coach of the Year. Miller is a graduate of Manhattan High, where she was a 3-sport standout in volleyball, basketball, and track. At the time, Manhattan High did not offer softball as a sport, but she did go to Clyde County to play softball. A search for a new softball coach is underway by Manhattan High Athletics Director Mike Marsh. Tonight, the Kansas City Royals at a record of 56-47 open up a 3-game series at Kauffman Stadium as they will host the National League's Chicago Cubs, who are 49-55. The Royals are coming off a 3-game home set against the Arizona Diamondbacks, losing 2 of 3. Kansas City has won 8 of their previous 12 games overall. They've accounted for 69 runs in that stretch and are hitting .305 since the All-Star break. Brady Singer will take the mound on Friday night as the 27-year-old righty is 6-6 with a 3.00 ERA. Well, the Chicago Cubs have dropped consecutive series against the Diamondbacks and Brewers. The Cubs have gone 3-6 over the previous 9 games overall. They've only scored 24 runs during that stretch while hitting just .223. Kyle Hendricks is expected to start for the Cubs tonight. The 34-year-old righty is 2-8 with a rough 6.69 ERA. First pitch tonight, 7:10. Pregame coverage at 6:30 here on News Radio KMAN. Also in baseball news, Dylan Cease pitched the second no-hitter in San Diego Padres history in a 3-0 win over the Washington Nationals Thursday. That completed a 3-game sweep. Cease struck out 9 and walked 3 in the 28-year-old right-hander's third complete game in 145 big league starts. He threw a career-high 114 pitches in a game that included a 1-hour, 16-minute rain delay in the first inning. Kansas City Chiefs tight end Travis Kelce has been selected as the top tight end in the NFL by the Associated Press. A panel of 8 AP Pro Football writers ranked the top 5 players at tight end, basing selections on current status entering the 24th season, and Kelce received 6 of the 8 first-place votes to win the ballot. George Kittle of the 49ers got the other 2 first-place votes. In third place was T.J. Hockenson of the Vikings. In fourth, Mark Andrews of the Ravens. And Sam Laporta of the Lions rounded out the top 5. Yesterday, the United States women's national soccer team won its opening game in the Olympics as they took down Zambia 3-0 on Thursday, a much-needed victory after a rough performance at the last World Cup. The Americans scored 3 goals in the opening 25 minutes. The U.S. women will play Germany on Sunday at 2 o'clock. The match will be televised on the USA Network and streaming on Peacock. Canada's women's national soccer team head coach Bev Priestman has been removed from the country's Olympic team over a scandal involving the use of drones to spy on opponents during their practice. That was announced by the Canadian Olympic Committee. The 2024 Olympics opening ceremony will mark a first in Olympics history as it takes place today. That's because for the first time ever, the opening ceremony will not take place in a stadium. Instead, about 6,800 athletes from 206 countries will parade on more than 90 boats on the Seine River for 3.7 miles. This will start the ceremony, not end it, another break from tradition. For the U.S., tennis star Coco Gauff has been tapped to lead the Americans during the Parade of Nations, joining LeBron James. NBC's Mike Tirico will host the ceremony for the 4th time, alongside singer Kelly Clarkson and NFL Hall of Famer Peyton Manning. The ceremony starts at 12:30 and is expected to last more than 3 hours. The ceremony will be broadcast on NBC and also streamed on Peacock. I'm Mitch Fortner with sports on News Radio KMAN.